Now, the United States will host talks in Miami today to push for the next phase of the Gaza ceasefire. As President Donald Trump says, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu would likely visit him at the close of the year. Trump's special envoy, Witkoff, is to meet senior officials from Qatar, Egypt, and Turkiye in Florida amid fears that efforts to reach the second stage of the deal are stalling. Under the second stage, Israel is supposed to withdraw from its position in Gaza. An interim authority is to govern the Palestinian territory and instead of Hamas, and an international stabilization force is to be deployed. But progress is moving to that phase of October's agreement between Israel and Hamas, which was brokered by Washington and its regional allies, has so far been slow. The ceasefire also remains fragile, with both sides alleging violations. Trump said Netanyahu would probably visit him in Florida, where the U.S. president will be staying over the Christmas holidays at his Mar-a-Lago resort.
Yeah, he would like to see me. We haven't set it up formally, but he'd like to see me. We've had great success. Peace in the Middle East, aside from everything else. We now have peace in the Middle East. Yeah, he'll probably come to see me in Florida.
Furthermore, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu praised the U.S. for sanctioning 2 ICC judges after they rejected Israel's challenge to end a war crimes probe in Gaza. He thanked U.S. leadership, including Secretary of State Marco Rubio, for the move. Meanwhile, several Israelis entered the Gaza Strip on Thursday in defiance of army orders and held a symbolic flag-raising ceremony to call for the reoccupation and resettlement of the Palestinian territory. Daniel Lawais, a leading figure in the settler movement, hailed the protest again, saying only the people of Israel will rule in Gaza.
This flag raising will mark the beginning of a new era, an era in which we return to Gaza. Not Indonesians, not Turks, not Egyptians, not any other country. Only the people of Israel will rule in Gaza.
The army acknowledged the breach, saying the group had been under constant observation and reiterating that entry into the area is forbidden. At the same time, the World Food Programme's envoy in Gaza noted improvements in food access, with over 1 million people receiving aid and 300,000 getting preventive nutrition. Yet he highlighted that the situation is still far from sufficient.
Access to food itself is not enough. The living conditions continue to be very dire into the Gaza Strip. And that's just a simple example of what I could see in Khan Yunis.
In another development, the French Foreign Ministry said the head of Lebanon's army has agreed to document its progress in disarming Hezbollah during talks with international envoys in Paris, as Beirut seeks to forestall expanded Israeli attacks.